Ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona GOP Republican Recount report is being released or has been released to the Senate and will be made public September 24th. This is CBS, reading CBS News, Arizona 2020 ballot review to be made public September 24th. The long-delayed report about the partisan review. Notice when any subject or topic that CBS or anyone else, especially obviously CNN and the Washington Post and the New York Times, when they report on Trump being investigated by New York prosecutors, it's never a partisan review of Tammany Hall going after Orange Man. It's just, it's obviously objective. It's obviously apolitical. But of course, this is partisan. It is partisan, actually, but unfortunately, every investigation into Trump's taxes, whether he worked with Russia, was completely partisan. They've spun it into, this apolitical nonsense. But here, the long-delayed report about the partisan review of ballots cast in Maricopa County, Arizona during the 2020, will be made public at a hearing scheduled for Friday, September 24th. According to Arizona Senate Republicans who ordered the review. The report will be presented on the Senate floor and will be open to media. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. I have a special stock market crash channel later this evening that I'm going to release to everybody or unveil or upload. And go ahead, subscribe to the stock market crash channel in addition to this channel. So that channel's heating up. So I'm happy. Unfortunately, I'm not happy that there will be a stock market crash, but that's going to happen, unfortunately. We'll get to that as I usually do. Every economic indicator is either at a high not seen since 2008 or a low not seen since 2008. So according to the University of Michigan, consumer sentiment, consumer confidence is at a low not seen since 2008. Inflation, CPI, producer price index are all at highs not seen since 2008. And we've never seen the amount of margin debt, and we have more. Since 2008, we have more derivatives, risky derivatives, trillions and trillions more that banks and hedge funds own, these contracts that can tank the financial system. So I talk about that. The link is below. So hit subscribe to this channel. Tell your friends about this channel. Hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel. That is below. It will be below in the pinned comment. The pinned comment. And also, I just sent out the links in the chat. To my super chat. I can't do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do this without you. So to my super chat, thank you so very much. If you want to talk about the Arizona recount, if you want to talk about anything going on. Also, there is a very interesting, and I'll get to that tonight on the Stock Market Crash channel. Biden and Democrats are toying with an idea of minting, listen to this, minting a $1 trillion coin, selling it to the Federal Reserve, and then bypassing Mitch McConnell to circumvent a showdown to increase the debt ceiling. So that's interesting and completely insane. And I'll get to that also on H.A. Goodman or the Stock Market channel. But ladies and gentlemen, hit subscribe to my super chat. I can't do this without you. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a situation where Republicans in Arizona, they're going to release the report. And I'm going to be interested in hearing what it says. Very likely, it's going to talk about according to Cyber Ninjas and the Republican investigators there, discrepancies or bizarre issues or incidents that mirror New Hampshire, Georgia, other places where these types of recounts have been done. So in New Hampshire, there was a very bizarre occurrence where the paper got jammed in the machine. It was due to something about the ballots. Okay, so you have these bizarre incidents that keep taking place, and you constantly have this kind of well, it was just an accident. It was a one-time thing. It was totally just an accident. It was just an accident. There's nothing we could have done. Let's see what happened. New Hampshire. So find folds behind the misconduct. So this is the ploy or the semantic games that media always use, or this is the logic that they use when something incriminates their belief in reality. There were folds that were behind major discrepancies, but there was no misconduct found. So that in New Hampshire, no misconduct was found. No misconduct was found. No misconduct was found at all. No misconduct was found at all. But there were bizarre paper folds that led to really, really bizarre outcomes. But no misconduct was found at all. Don't you understand? There was no misconduct. Nobody deliberately did anything. It just happened to favor one side. But there was no deliberate, willful misconduct by malicious people. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But there was a very, very bizarre outcome that favored one side. In Georgia, it was sloppy. It was haphazard and sloppy. Okay? Georgia investigator, this is kind of hilarious. Georgia sloppy. Just type in Georgia sloppy. Oh yeah. Observer. Georgia County's election messy. No misconduct though. It was messy. It was messy. It was sloppy. It was disorganized and messy. It happened to favor one side. Messy, but definitely no willful misconduct. And you have a situation where it's not that difficult. If you're the Republican Party, it's not that difficult to... It's really not that difficult to communicate your vantage point. And here's the problem that I see. And to my super chat, thank you. Can't do this without you. Here's the problem that I see. Okay? All you had to do, if you were the Arizona Senate Republicans, all you had to do was just very simply come out with reports every couple of weeks as to bizarre things that you had to experience or bizarre or, unprecedented or, unprecedented activity or information that you need because you have questions and concerns regarding this type of unprecedented or bizarre protocol being used in Arizona or anywhere else in the county. That's all you had to do. But they didn't do that. And they didn't prepare for the media onslaught. It's not that difficult. And I see like a lot of local Republican parties, they're completely oblivious to how media works. Like the Republicans in Arizona were completely oblivious to what media around the country, to even a strategy or even preparing themselves for how media would try to completely, Eric and Luke, thank you, for how media would try to completely undermine their efforts. All they had to do was take the initiative and, like, you already had spokespeople, like top-level people within the Republican Senate, go on radio shows or have these little hearings. So it couldn't have been they didn't want, for like legal purposes, to come out with interim reports. That couldn't have been the case. All they had to do was come out with an interim report. All they had to do was come out with a series of reports as they were conducting the recount. As they were conducting the recount, a series of reports, but they didn't do that. And so if you came up with if you did something like that, where you would keep the public and media informed, but mainly the public, mainly the Republicans in Arizona who want answers. None of this, like, the upper hand now is with media. Media did every single thing possible to undermine the recount. Everything possible. Every day was a hit piece. And then you had a Democrat, Arizona Democrat, who was arrested and charged with the most despicable acts, the most atrocious activity. So he might go to prison for a long time. That kind of took the wind out of the sails of all the outrage by Democrats over a recount, because a recount isn't hurting anybody. See, Democrats spent 4 years complaining about Russia, saying that Russia stole the election. Okay? Russia did not interfere in 2016. That was a way for Democrats and media to save face. Democrats and media are the same thing. There's very little difference. Almost every journalist is a hardcore Democratic Party loyalist and partisan. So the lies that are told are lies by omission. It's really they're really lies by omission. Okay? You're talking about there's a lie that says if you see Bob at let's say you see Bob at the theater. This is how media works. And this is how they get away with everything, and they fact check everybody else and then but themselves. And they lie through their teeth all the time. And they do this with Trump. If you see Bob at a movie theater with a woman, you can lie and say Bob was at a restaurant with a woman and tell Jane, his wife. So you could tell Jane, your husband, Bob, was at a restaurant with another woman. That's an overt lie. What media does is the following. They don't tell overt lies usually, although CNN oftentimes does. What they'll do is a lie by omission, which is just as bad as an overt lie. What they'll say is, Jane, Bob was at a movie theater, which he was. He was at a movie theater with another woman. And then Jane, his wife, could easily say, yes, that's his mother. He's taking his mother, his 85-year-old mother, to the movies. And media, they know very well that Bob is taking his 85-year-old mom to the movie theaters. But the way they'll report it is Bob is at the movie theaters with another woman, and Jane might know or doesn't know. We're going to inform her. And it's the lie by omission. That's what they do all the time. That's what they do all the time. And you have a situation where Bendy yes, vote for Pedro. Absolutely. Yes, Ben D, thank you. Ben D, thank you. Starting off the super chat, thank you so very much, Ben D. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Ben D, they always lie, but it's a lie through omission. It's a lie by omission, okay? That's what media does. So what they'll say, for example, when they're reporting on a lie by omission, also known as continuing misrepresentation or quote mining, occurs when an important fact is left out in order to foster a misconception. Lying by omission includes the failure to correct pre-existing misconceptions. Okay. So, is lying by omission considered lying? Yes, because it's deception. Media, what they do is consistently deceive. Sam, thank you. Ben D, thank you so very much. Honey, how was the food? Well, if your wife cooks you dinner, you can just say it was nutritious. Like, did you like the new meatloaf? It was quite nutritious, honey. You were turning green as you were eating it. Yes, that's because all the nutrition was entering my body. It was horrible. Oh my God, I told the truth. So all like what they do with the Arizona recount is they say, "Oh my God, how could the Republicans not trust a system of democracy? How could they not revere? How could they not revere our system of democracy? Passed down through the generations, from Washington until Orange Man took a giant dump on everything." And they don't. The lie by omission there is not ignoring the fact that they chased every story that could have undermined Trump's victory in 2016 with a passion. Any piece of gossip from the Steele dossier was never, any misinformation related to Trump is never censored on Twitter. It is actually, elevated. And there's a political amnesia in our country that, it's literally like, if you told somebody, and I talk about this a lot on this channel, but also on the Stock Market Crash channel, so subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel, because I have a segment later tonight on it you'll love. But if you tell somebody that, a hedge fund went under a couple months back called Archegos, and they had billions of dollars in losses, and they caused billions and billions of dollars in losses among banks. Jesse, thank you. They won't care. Like there is Ebrey, thank you, Ebrey, thank you, Ebrey, Ben D, thank you. If you go ahead and tell people, talk about something that happened 4 years ago, 5 years ago, the DNC emails, they won't care. Everything is in relation to Trump. They found a way to hide history, to erase history with contempt and disdain for Trump. So all of their sins, all of their shortcomings, all of their misdeeds, all of their corrupt or illegal activity, the Democratic Party can say, well, Trump is worse. So forget about Iowa last year with Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg. The left doesn't care. Oh, yes, finally victory in Iowa. Finally, everybody, all the socialists and communists, and of course it wasn't that way in 2016, but socialists and communists, and we've won. We did it. What happened now? Pete Buttigieg, he declared victory. Wow, you did it to me again. You did it to me again. Wow, fantastic. Thank you, Elizabeth Warren, by the way, for telling everyone that I said something that I obviously didn't say. Maybe you heard it when you were getting your DNA test, which said you were 1,032nd. Okay, Mrs. Overstatement, Mrs. Constantly saying things that aren't true, and then just when the stream was moving. Unbelievable. Bogdana Papai, thank you. Bogdana Papai, thank you. I work in real estate in Washington, and the number of people moving out is crazy. I'm going off the assumption that people are being pushed out with intent. Bogdana Papai, I agree with you. Thank you so very much. I hope all is well. Bogdana Papai, thank you. These a concerted effort, and I agree with you pertaining to intent. Although I can't describe. I mean, you would think that they're intentionally trying to ruin their own economy. You would think that. I mean, it's only logical, Bogdana Papai. It's only logical that if you continually engage in the most counterproductive and illogical behavior, you're doing it on purpose. It's pretty. It's almost as if Biden and Democrats are trying desperately to get us into a stock market crash sooner rather than later. But same thing in California. Bogdana Papai, thank you so very, very, very much. Bogdana Papai, thank you again. With new restrictive laws, but to what ends are the conservatives being pushed out of places like California, Washington, Oregon? There's a power grab. So you just have I think, Bogdana Papai, you have Democrats. When Democrats control like a state legislature, or when they control an entire state, you're going to see homelessness. You're going to see an allegiance to whatever the media narrative is on any topic or issue. You're going to see tremendous wealth inequality. But unemployment, you'll see unemployment. You'll see an allegiance to a kind of these social issues more so than they'll talk a lot about social issues and how important wealth inequality is, but you'll see the greatest wealth inequality in Democratic-run states. The top 10, if you go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, everybody, and Bogdana Papai, I agree with you. If you go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the top 10 states with the highest unemployment rates are Democratic-run states. They have the highest unemployment rates. And so, I mean, they have the highest. So Bogdana Papai is right. I mean, he's 100% right. I mean, they have the highest unemployment rates. Real estate is either in a bubble or people are just trying to leave blue states. I mean, there's so many extremes. And like in Los Angeles, homelessness is a crisis that you don't hear Gavin Newsom ever talk about or try to address. They are focused on everything but like addressing issues like homelessness, which is the definition of wealth inequality. We have the wealthiest people in Los Angeles, and we have people on the streets going to the bathroom on the streets. This is the epicenter of wealth inequality. But the average Democrat, morally superior Democrat, if it's about climate change, that's like they'll get this Pavlovian response. If it's about fixing the homelessness crisis, it's just something that happens. They don't want to actually fix the problems. And so, it's like in California, you have massive wealth inequality. Massive. Same with New York. But California especially. Massive wealth inequality. Where Hollywood celebrities, there was a $150 million mansion. Did you hear about this? Bogdana Papai? CMW! As always, CMW, thank you. We'd love to know how to get around your algorithms. Keep bringing it HA. God bless you. And God bless you, CMW. I mean, you could break up the probably break apart the words. I'm not exactly sure. The algorithm is pretty strong. For me, I have to explain myself in the most long-winded manner possible. I'm generally long-winded by nature, but I have to just explain myself in the most long-winded manner possible, humanly possible. So I guess if one way is to just kind of, almost describe something to describe it as if you were writing, this fantasy novel or fiction. But CMW, thank you so very, very much. CMW, thank you. As always, CMW, as always, thank you. Bogdana Papai, thank you. But yeah, I mean, this gets back to Arizona. There's a problem with, Trump understands this, and sometimes he fell into a trap last year, but he understands how media works, and he understands how to get his message across, and he understands how to circumvent negative publicity. Generally, he understands this. Generally. He made some mistakes, some major mistakes last year in terms of social media. And in terms of those press conferences with, "You're wrong, Dr. Rand." You should never have had those. Because that was a way for media to say, good person, bad person, good person, bad person. You should never have had those press conferences. I mean, Trump, to his credit, mashed potato brains is hiding from media there. Can you imagine if Trump's administration, could you imagine if they pulled his mic? Media would focus on everything they don't focus on now. They would get hysterical and apoplectic like they usually do on everything pertaining to Trump. But if it's Biden, they're pulling Biden's microphone. The man is slurring his speech, and nobody cares. Because everything is in relation to Trump. I know I always say this. I don't think, CMW, Bogdana Papai, everybody here, thank you so very much. I always say this. And it's kind of funny. It's funny to me, but there could be the end of the world, like a nuclear confrontation. Pick a country. A nuclear confrontation, ICBMs heading towards us, ICBMs over, they could be watching them. Wonderful, morally superior, apoplectic liberals could be watching these ICBMs descend, okay, into their, God forbid, cities. And as the ICBM is descending, you could then, they'd be driving and somebody would be, taking a giant dump on their car, okay, as they're trying to clear the you-know-what with the windshield, and the ICBM is descending to basically end humanity. They could crash into, God forbid, a light post and, have a boulder fall on them before the ICBM. And everything, I don't know, what else could you think of? A whole bunch of clowns could, fly out of their car and, endless clowns. I don't even know, just the most bizarre, Sharknado could come out and devour half their body. And still the one thing they'll say is, at least Trump is not president. They don't care about anything. So when the stock market crash hits, because the stock market is going to crash hard, and I think there's even going to be talk of bank bailouts. I think it's going to be a catastrophe, and I don't want this to happen. Save your money, as I beg for Super Chat. But aside from that, this is the only way I can do this. But every month, every week, save your money. Save your money in a savings account. Don't worry about investing. Don't worry about investing, in my view. Save your money. But they don't care about anything else. So, David, yeah, you know what? It's just, I think slept on it wrong, something like that. Yeah. Ebrey! At least, Honor Blorf wasn't on Twitter. Honor Blorf. Ebrey, thank you. Ebrey, thank you. Yeah, put your money away. Save money, because what's going to take place is you're going to need to save your money and have money for a rainy day. I think the rainy day is coming. But see, again, getting back to Arizona, the Republicans there were clueless about media. They had no clue. They had no understanding of how to communicate the reasoning behind the recount. They keep on saying it's a partisan recount. They don't understand that half the country views last year as a partisan count. And so the initial count, half the country, the majority of Republicans side with Trump, okay? To the horror of Democrats who've spent 4 years undermining our democracy by blaming Russia for Clinton losing. And I told everyone, because I was on the left, that Clinton would lose to Trump. And nobody believed me. And people were laughing. I remember when the DNC emails came out, I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. And Jesse, thank you. And the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. Okay? This is before I became a supporter of President Trump. And I remember Democrats saying, oh, that's all you got, to the progressives or the left-leaning Bernie Sanders voters. That's all you got? The DNC emails? Oh, they don't show anything. And then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, more emails came out. And oh, wow, Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. They still didn't care. They didn't blame Russia. They didn't care. Do you understand? I remember that time. I remember exactly. So they keep changing the narrative and they keep changing the propaganda spin to suit them. Then when they actually lost, then I knew they would lose because there was no support for there was no grassroots support for Madam Secretary, but there wasn't any for mashed potato brains either. But that's a different story. That's a different story, okay? Republicans have to communicate, and they can't communicate without Mitch McConnell or Mitt Romney or Kinzinger or Cheney. All these people, you have a good part of the Republican Party who will be primaried out eventually that sides with Democrats. They can't fathom what they can't believe what their eyes see, what their eyes tell them. And so, whereas Democrats are willing to either lie, no problem. Like they'll walk in lockstep, even if they don't believe. Like, you think all these Democrats, you think Adam Schiff believed that Trump worked with Russia? Of course he didn't. He didn't care. He was defending Clinton's use of a private servers with top secret intelligence. So, let's see. Mueller report showed that Trump did not work with Russia. The Mueller report showed that Trump did not work with Russia. The Mueller report literally showed that Trump, A, did not work with Russia, and B, nobody could be indicted or charged with working alongside Russia because the whole thing was fabricated. So that's number one. The Mueller report itself exonerated Trump. And any contacts that Trump had were obviously not evidence to indict or charge. They couldn't indict or charge Trump for Mueller or Russia. They couldn't indict or charge Trump for his tax returns. They couldn't indict or charge Trump for January because the FBI cleared him. They couldn't indict or charge Trump with anything. Why can't they just indict or charge President Trump? Why don't they just take him to a court of law and indict him on the endless treasure trove of crimes that he's committed? He was, according to Democrats, he's the most corrupt president of all time. So why don't they indict him? Why don't they indict President Trump? Well, the reason is because they have nothing on him. The reason is because they have nothing on him. And they never had anything on him. They have nothing and they never had anything on him. So, that's why. They don't have, it's like, if you're going to say that Trump is the most corrupt president of all time, if you're going to say that, then where are the indictments of Trump? They went after Trump's, like, everyone around him only because of a public relations attempt at painting him as being so corrupt. George Papadopoulos and Michael Flynn did not impede any investigation. And they lied about things that were inconsequential to the Mueller probe. $30 billion in terms of a budget for these agencies. They couldn't find anything. $30 billion. So it's like you spent $30 billion for Comey and Strzok and McCabe's agencies and nothing. Like nothing. Okay? And by the way, the Biden administration could sidestep McConnell's refusal to pay off America's bills by minting a $1 trillion platinum coin. Yay! You know what? Do it. Don't sing it. Don't sing it. Bring it. Do it. I want them to do it. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. A $1 trillion coin. Do it, baby. Do it. $1 trillion coin. Ian Moyer. Ian Moyer. I swear I had no idea I can hit a golf ball almost. Wow. Wow. That is awesome. I swear I had no idea I could hit a golf ball almost 300 yards from my front lawn all the way across the property, across the street, into a group of Lance Armstrong road cyclists. I'm hiding right now. These dudes are... Oh, wow. Well, I should pay you for that. That's hilarious. I hope they're okay. Disclaimer, I hope everybody's okay. It's not hilarious if people aren't okay. I hope they're okay. Wow. Ian, you know what you should do? Just mint a $1 trillion coin and sell it to the Federal Reserve like Biden wants. Ian Moyer, I gotta pay you. Wow. Well, first of all, that's like amazing. No, most people can't even get close to 300 yards. Okay. But man, that's Ian Moyer. Thank you so very much as always. I can never thank you enough for your support. It means so much to me, and I appreciate that. I hope the bicyclists are okay. Hopefully there was no blood doping also with the cyclists. But Ian Moyer, thank you so very, very much. And I like Lance Armstrong. I think he's awesome, but that whole thing was no good. Ian Moyer, thank you so very, very much. Okay, so Ian, what you need to do is just mint a $1 trillion coin. I'll talk about this tonight on H.A. Goodman's stock market crash channel. So you think I'm joking? How many people think I'm joking? Before I continue, I want to know how many people do you think I'm joking? How many people here think that I'm not being serious about $1 trillion coin? If you don't think I'm serious, just write you're not serious. But if you think I'm serious, just say you're serious. I don't know. How many people? Okay. So, J-Spot, you think I'm joking about the $1 trillion coin? How many people think I'm joking about the $1 trillion coin? Okay. They want to mint a $1 trillion coin. Your diabolical attempt to go into a piggy bank, a nefarious piggy bank. A nefarious, diabolical piggy bank. And print a $1 trillion. Why don't you just go and print a quadrillion? Why don't you just print a $500 quadrillion coin and make it all shiny and nice and make it the size of a pickup truck? And why don't you just do that and make it 500 quadrillion dollars? Why not? What's stopping you? Why don't you bring it? Don't just sing it, bring it. I'm not joking. They want to mint a $1 trillion coin. And they were talking about two coins, which would obviously be 2 trillion. Hello? Are you paying attention? God. So here, Business Insider. The Biden administration can sidestep McConnell's refusal to pay America's bills by minting a $1 trillion platinum coin. The GOP is standing firm on its resolution not to help Democrats raise the debt ceiling before a crucial October deadline. The Treasury Department technically has the ability to issue platinum coins of any denomination. In theory, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen could order up a $1 trillion platinum coin. Yeah, do it. Don't just talk about it, do it. If the dollar isn't worth half a Tic Tac, I won't be happy. In theory, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen could order up a $1 trillion platinum coin, minted and deposited in the Federal Reserve. Yeah, That'll show Mitch. You wouldn't be so foolhardy as to print a $1 trillion coin, would you? I mean, our dollar would be worth half a bag of Cheetos. But then again, you don't care, do you? A new fight over the debt ceiling is brewing on Capitol Hill. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has firmly dug in on refusing. When I dig my heels, a Mack truck won't even move me even one inch. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has dug firmly his heels in refusing GOP help to renew the U.S.'s ability to pay off its own bills, known as the debt ceiling. Instead, the Kentucky Republicans set us up to Democrats to raise it in order to finance their social spending plans. He insists he's not bluffing. But the conundrum could have a coin-sized solution. A coin-sized solution. A loophole in the law that prescribes the type of coins that can legally be minted in the U.S. theoretically allows the Treasury Department to mint a $1 trillion platinum coin. Yes. Deposited in the Federal Reserve and then continue paying its bills as normal. This is with 20% of the money supply currently through quantitative easing. Let's not just industrial account. Let's just not have money anymore. Beverly, hello. But the conundrum could have a coin-sized solution. Okay, so a loophole in the law that prescribes the types of coins that can legally be minted in the U.S. theoretically allows the Treasury Department to mint a $1 trillion platinum coin. But wait, there's more. Deposited in the Federal Reserve and then continue paying its bills. George Washington is like not only rolling, he's actually like his hand. You could see his hand come up from Arlington. Like, the deal with the debt ceiling. Could you imagine when they were creating when it was like when they were writing the Constitution and they're like, I believe we need the Bill of Rights. Madison is, and they're like, you don't think that 300 years from now, these maniacs will think of minting a $1 trillion coin? You think there's like, in their wildest dreams, would they think of this? This is no wonder Democrats are going to preside over. No wonder Democrats are going to preside over catastrophe. And by the way, one Michigan Democrat wanted to mint 2 coins last year, because obviously 2 coins would be, if one coin, listen up, Trumpers, ignorant Trumpers, if one coin would be worth $1 trillion, obviously you'd want to print 2 coins, or mint 2 coins. Okay? God. I think that Hunter Biden thought about this also. I think that one of the Democrats went to Hunter we need use the bat phone. We need the president's son on this. President's son, Hunter? Oh, what is that? Oh. We need $2 trillion to bail out the country. We need $1 trillion to bail out the country. What do we do? Oh, are you calling me now? What? You need $1 trillion? I have an idea. Svetlana, what should we do? They're calling me again and bothering me as I'm playing Minecraft. Yeah. Okay, this is what you do. Okay, there's a loophole in the existing laws that say that all you need to do is mint, which means like forge from steel,
a coin, and you can make this coin the $1 trillion platinum coin. Make it the $1 trillion platinum coin, mint it, and then what do we do, Svetlana? Oh, sell it to the Federal Reserve. Or no. Yeah. Have Yellen mint it and sell it to Powell and the Federal Reserve. And you'll do that and everything will be fine. What's the problem?
Ben D! It will have Hunter's face. Ben D. It'll have Hunter's face on it. No, it'll have Biden's face. No, you know what? It'll have bumbling Blinken. Ben D. It'll have Blinken's face. The man who's married to the Hellraiser monster. No offense to Blinken. That's a joke saying that he's always has a deer in the headlights. So let's just say in his office at the State Department, there's a ghost that lives with him, or that resides with him in the office, where every time you hear Blinken speak, he's like, and this is when he's talking about good things, like good news. Hey, we evacuated so many people. It's so great. But Ben D, thank you. So, let's continue. The deal with the debt ceiling. Debt ceiling places a fixed limit. So the Treasury Department could mint the $1 trillion. Just have Yellen mint it and sell it to Powell at the Federal Reserve. The Treasury Department could mint a $1 trillion platinum coin, deposit it in the Federal Reserve, and then continue paying its bills as normal. I mean, why didn't I think of that? But why not just make it a 1 quadrillion, which is 1,000 trillion, or maybe a 500 quadrillion? So 500, or no, 500 quadrillion dollar platinum coin. What's 1,000 quadrillion? Hold on. Okay. Why don't they just print whoa, 1,000 trillion. Okay. That's less than exciting. 1,000 oh no. 1 quadrillion is 1,000 trillion. What's 1,000 quadrillions? What is 1,000 quadrillion? Oh, okay, so quintillion? No. So 1,000. I don't even know. Centillion? I don't even know. Anyway, quintillion. Okay, why don't they just... Okay, quintillion. Why don't they just print a quintillion coin? Could you imagine in Philadelphia... Could you imagine in 1787? They're like, I do foresee a time when lunatics and nutcases might print what might mint a $1 quintillion coin. That would surely be the end of this great nation. Oh, just joking. Nobody could be that stupid and foolhardy. Meanwhile, we're like, hey, let's print a coin. CMW! You be right 4 years ago, Red versus Blue. I was with you. Thank you so very much. You had 30,000 subs when we met. Your phone call was between Jeff and Big Orange. Still make me. Oh, that's right. CMW, thank you. Yeah. Hi, Mr. President. How are you? Oh, my God. CMW, thank you. Yeah, that's when unfortunately, the contagion of Tree Climber, hello. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Tree Climber. That's unfortunately when people are. I remember when I told people CMW, I was like, Sessions, like, it's not a matter of trusting. He's horrible, and don't listen to absurd message boards. And then I would get CMW. I'm like, HA. This was on the comment section 3 or 4 years ago, I guess, from some people. Everything's. I love your channel. Love you. You're joking around about Sessions. It's funny. Leave it at that. Don't step further. Don't cross the line. Don't cross the line. Regarding your dislike of a certain message board. Stop it. Or else I will unsub. I'm unsubbing. Unsubbing. You disparaged the beacon of truth. Do it. Don't talk about the message board. What did it do to you? CMW, yeah. That's old school, CMW. That's old school. Thank you so much for being there for so long. Frank, hello. Sherry, hello. CMW, thank you for being here for so long. I mean, you've seen many different backgrounds behind me. I appreciate that. CMW, I appreciate your support always. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Ian, thank you as well. Ben, thank you. But it's like, it's kind of bizarre that they just want to print a coin. They don't see, this is the thing. If you have media, always telling you how wonderful you are, okay, then you have no incentive to actually care about whether or not you succeed politically. So, like, for example, you could be drunk and, completely out of it and leave your laptop at a computer repair store. I mean, theoretically. I mean, totally theoretically. And on that laptop, there could be, like, incriminating information. Completely incriminating on, pay-to-play schemes. And every social media company will go to bat for you. I give it up. They are pretty good at, Robbie, hello. They are pretty good at withholding the truth. Florida Man Bear, thank you, Florida Man Bear, thank you. CMW, thank you as always. Florida Man Bear, hope all is well. You've been here for a while also. Florida Man Bear, thank you. You've been here for a while as well. Thank you so very much. Florida Man Bear. Florida Man Bear, CMW, Ben, Ian, everything's going to be fine. They're going to mint a Elias A. Willata Trillion. Elias A. Thank you. Florida Man Bear. Thank you. CMW, Florida Man Bear. Thank you as always. As always. I hope all is well. You've been here a while as well. Thank you, Florida Man Bear. Elias A. Thank you. Florida Man Bear, Elias, everybody here. They're gonna print a quintillion coin. Quintillion coin. If you print a quintillion coin, think of how rich you'd be. This is like little children would. Oh, okay, so a quintillion. So hold on. After a trillion is a quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion. Oh, I like the way that sounds. Septillion, octillion, nonillion, and decillion. Well, how much is a decillion? How much is a decillion? How much is a decillion dollars? A decillion is equal to 1 followed by 33 zeros, or a billion, trillion, trillions. So they could print. Why don't they just print a billion, trillion, trillions? Hold on. So who is a decillionaire? Okay, so you get the point. And so the whole point is how much? Okay, the whole point is they just want to print, and the value of the dollar will be maybe half a Tic Tac, maybe. Or the value of the dollar will be an empty bag of Cheetos. You don't even get the Cheetos. You won't even get the Cheetos. You'll get just the empty wrapper. That's what the dollar would be worth. Hey, could I buy that empty wrapper of Cheetos? But it doesn't have any Cheetos in it. I know that's what the dollar's worth. I just want to give it to you. So a quintillion, yes, is a 1,000 trillion. Yes. So 1,000 trillion, exactly, to the viewer in the super chat who corrected me. Yes. So a quintillion. Why don't they just print or mint a quintillion dollar coin? And if they tell Biden, we're printing quintillion. Is it a quintillion? What? The dance? The local quintillion? If they told Biden anything, he'll be like, whatever. Hey, just leave me alone. Florida Man Bear, thank you as always. As always, thank you so very much. Thank you as always, Florida Man Bear. Ian, thank you as always. Elias. So, they actually do want to print, or they're thinking of printing. I mean, it's all over now. The articles are all, I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. You know, the articles are there. I'm not making it up. And the law states the secretary may mint and issue platinum bullion coins and proof platinum coins in accordance with such specifications, designs. And you see, like Hunter was a Bendy said, Hunter will be. Hey, print anything you want as long as make a Hunter put him on the face of the quintillion, whatever. The secretary may mint and issue platinum bullion coins and proof platinum coins in accordance with such specifications, designs, varieties, quantities, denominations, and inscriptions as the secretary, in the secretary's discretion, may prescribe from time to time. That clause leaves it up to the Treasury Secretary to decide on the denomination for platinum coins, meaning in theory, Yellen could carve out the amount required and Congress could get on with more pressing business. Just print it out. Would you just mint the $250 billion coin again? Okay, do it. Mint the $1 trillion coin and make 3. Okay? 3.5. No, make 3.5. Make a 3 and then a half a trillion. Put Nancy Pelosi on the half trillion. Put Hunter on the trillion. Put Nancy on the half trillion. Why am I on the half trillion? Just do it. And put Bill Clinton on the quintillion. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be on the quintillion dollar platinum coin. It's shiny, and it's worth so much. Oh, thank you. I'm so proud. The best would be like not only minting the coin, but like who are they going to put on the coin? That would also be hilarious. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you. Oh, wow. My eye looks really bad. Gosh. So, that's like, there's no way, there's absolutely no way to look at like what Democrats are doing, and there's no way to like, they don't care. So to them, anything's possible because they have media on their side. What do they care? They don't care. This was an article last year. How does America pay for a $2 trillion relief bill with 2 shiny coins? This lawmaker argues. It was a Michigan lawmaker, Democrat. 2 shiny coins. Yes. Yeah, Elias, I don't know. I just slept on it wrong, and then it just, I don't know. It did a Joe Biden. Yes. His servant, thank you. I will. Thank you. Florida Man Bear, thank you. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it J-Spot. Part of me thinks this is fake news, but no, it's definitely real. I will, here's the article. So, insider article right here. Here's the insider article. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back. At around 10:30. So please be here at around 10:30. We'll actually talk about the $1 trillion coin that they want to mint with Hunter's face on it. Tig! What up, H.A.B. Welser? Thank you. Tig, thank you. Actually, I'll stay 10 more minutes. Let's do this for 10 more minutes. Tig, thank you. Thank you, Tig. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll go 10 more minutes. Tig, thank you. Florida Man Bear, thank you. Tig, thank you. We will do a live stream later tonight, about the $1 trillion platinum coin. And We'll talk about, I'll talk about that a little bit on the stock market channel as well. The stock market crash channel. Tig, thank you so very, very much. Tig, thank you. 0.57. Actually, I will. No, we'll go 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. 50 cents. Please deposit. Let's see what else is going on. If you type in Joe Biden. Elon Musk mocks President Biden after SpaceX completes first all-civilian. Daily Beast. Interesting. Joe Biden is a kinder, gentler destroyer of American norms. I don't understand. It's interesting. Why did the Daily Beast go after Biden? It's interesting. Bizarre. That never happens, ever. Democrats want to tax the very rich. But everyone's taxes will be increased. This should really help the economy. That's actually a really good thing. This is the Democratic plan. They're going to tax everybody, print $1 trillion coin, ignore inflation that's at a 13-year high, CPI at a 13-year high, producer price index 13-year high, Baltic dry shipping. Who talks about the Baltic dry shipping index? How could I tweet about that? That's not even something that the socialists and the commies would even care about. So why would I talk about it? Well, Bernie, maybe it's going to lead to greater wealth inequality. What? You think that I own a cargo ship? What are you talking about? They don't care about anything. The whole, I'm telling you, unfortunately, the whole thing's gonna tank. CMW 10 will get you 5. 10 more equals $5. Thank you, CMW. Thank you. Thank you, CMW. Tig, CMW. Thank you. Okay, I haven't. I'll do my impressions. Oh, that'll tank the stream. So, CMW. Thank you, Florida Man Bear. Thank you so very much. Ian, thank you. So, there are articles. Biden wants to tax. I mean, it's almost as if he wants to ruin the country on purpose. I mean, with Trump, we had record low unemployment, wages increases, great economy, consumer confidence up, and they say he tweets, so he's a mean person, so we don't like that. Biden, mashed potato brains. What can you say? Slurs speech. Whisper. Pay them more. Goes into a frightening whisper. Fact check. No, there wasn't a demon. I did a whole segment on that. Ben D, thank you so very much. Thanks for the last on this long drive. Love the show, bro. Thank you, Ben D. My goodness, Ben, thank you. Thank you, Ben. Drive safe. Thank you so very, very, very much. Ben D, thank you. Well, thank you so very much, Ben D. And I just want to thank the Democrats for printing a $250 coin with my name, with my face on it. Could you imagine if Mitch McConnell was on the face of a coin? It would have to be like this oval coin. You know those carnival little things? Ben D, thank you so very much. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so very much, Ben D. Thank you. I'm suddenly awake. With Florida Man Bear, Ben D, Ian, and everybody here. Oh my goodness.
Ben D, have you ever been to the carnival? Thank you, Ben, so very, very much. You know those carnival things where they have those machines that make, or maybe it was in like Disneyland or whatever, but and you take like this like little copper coin, and you can like pick a person's face or like, you know, like make a character, Mickey Mouse, and they like stamp the coin, like, and it's like they stamp the coin. The little machine stamps the coin, and then you get it, and you can see like, oh, it's like Goofy on the little print, like minted copper coin with Goofy's face on it. Could you imagine if Mitch McConnell, Eric H526, everybody here, could you imagine if Mitch McConnell's face was on a coin? It would have to be an oval coin. The turtle would, because his face is like, let me look at Mitch McConnell. Ben D. I cannot thank you enough, Ben, as always. As always, Ben. So, Mitch McConnell, how dare you disparage my visage? His face droops downward because he has not a double chin, a triple or quadruple chin. You disparage my facial fat. So he has a very like oval face that droops downward. My face does not droop downward. It descends into a loving embrace with my shoulders. So, can you imagine if he was on the $250 coin? CMW! Damn it, HG, sign off. Oh my God, thank you. I'll be here all week. This is the HA marathon. The quadrillion CMW. CMW, 300 yards. No, that was Ian. Wait, Ian, the 300-yard drive, yes. CMW, thank you so very much. CMW, thank you so very much. Everybody here, Ben D, thank you so very much. Florida Man Bear. Could you imagine a Mitch McConnell coin? Could you imagine a Nancy Pelosi coin? Nancy Pelosi coin. I just like they're going to want to put. Can you honestly? They should put Bill Clinton on a coin, and they go big or go home. The $1 trillion coin has to have Bubba Bill on it. CMW, what do you think? Ben D, Florida Man Bear, Ian, everybody here. How many people would want Bill Clinton on the $1 trillion coin? Just say yes or no. I better see a lot of yeses. I better be on that $1 trillion coin. I deserve it. I've done so much for this country. You think Bill Clinton should be on the $1 trillion coin? People of the chat, Earthlings on this chat, you think Bill Clinton should be on the $1 trillion coin? Randy. Monica. It'd be Monica and Bill on the call. Oh, I don't like your chat anymore, H.A. Badman. A lot of mean people. Yes, Florida Man Bear. Could you imagine? They don't really... See, this is the thing. They're drunk with power, so anything goes. Anything goes. So... David, Ben, Monica, Skills and Justice. Oh my God! It's like their lunacy leads to so many fun
leads to so many fun, like, images, you know? I mean, on a serious note, and I thank everybody for... I can't do this without you, so it's kind of counterintuitive that I'm saying this after everybody's been so generous, and thank you so very much. Like, I can't do it without the super chat, so thank you. But save... it sounds bizarre for me to say this, but every month, aside from the super chat for this channel, every month, ladies and gentlemen, save in a savings account money, because there's going to be, unfortunately, God forbid, unfortunately, a stock market crash. It is going to be, I mean, Evergrande, the number 2 real estate developer in China, is going under, or about to go under, 300 billion with a B. not quadrillion yet, with what they want to print. Well, why doesn't China just print like 1/3 of the $1 trillion coin? Right? But it's a $300 billion default, which could easily be over, you know, which could easily be addressed with a $300 billion coin. But again, nobody's as smart as Democrats. But a $300 billion default. And a $300 billion default in an economy that we have... I actually took a screenshot of one of the congressional reports. Where is it? All right, where is this congressional report? Here. More than 150 China-based companies with a combined market value of $1.2 trillion were on the U.S. stock exchange at the end of 2019. 1.2 trillion. So 1.2 coins. One Bubba Bill coin and one Adam Schiff coin. One Bubba Bill coin and one, Eric Swalwell. Oh, no, they should put Eric Swalwell on the $1 trillion coin. That would be amazing. Whoever smelt it, dealt it. Representative. Which, by the way, that was Chris Matthews. Just so, Ben, everybody here, this is the fiasco with Eric Swalwell and the bodily function and the sound as he was talking. That was actually from, I think, Chris Matthews. So I'm going to defend Swalwell on that one for a second. Roger Rabbit. What's that hit from 1970? Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Love you, Goodman. You know it's true. Thank you so very much. And then that leads to Milli Vanilli. Girl, you know it's true. Roger Rabbit. Thank you, Roger Rabbit, as always, for the kind words. Thank you so very much. Ben D, CMW, Roger Rabbit, Ian, Florida Man Bear, everybody here. Luke and Eric, thank you so very much for being amazing moderators. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where, so at around 10:30, I will talk about the $1 trillion coin. Let's see. If you type in Trump, what kind of apoplectic? CNN, the words Trump couldn't bring himself to say. Like, they're so obsessed with him. They're so obsessed with Trump. It's unbelievable. They're so obsessed with Trump. The two women who stole the hat off a child's head of the Make America Great Again hat, they've escaped jail time. Of course, if it was Trump supporters that did that, oh my God, Guantanamo. Oh my God. Roger Rabbit, thank you. CMW, thank you. As always, Ben D, thank you. Drive safe, Ben. Thank you so very much. As always, Florida Man Bear, Ian, that is impressive. Golf skills, the impressive driving skills. We have a crisis also. I mean, the country is, we'll get over it. I don't want to say this in a way that, the country is experiencing so much turmoil. And Democrats and media have done such a good job of hiding all the turmoil. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. I mean, crisis after crisis. And I mean, look, I watch the market every day just because the stock market crash channel. I think there's going to be a catastrophe. Heaven forbid. Hopefully I'm wrong. I think there's going to be an absolute catastrophe in terms of the stock market. Bank bailouts possible. I think it's just going to be, when you have the canary in the coal mine was that Archegos hedge fund, the sell-off in treasuries, and the Reddit GameStop hedge fund fiasco, where you had to get other hedge funds to bail out a hedge fund just because Redditors drove the stock price of GameStop and short squeezed. Jean-Louis, thank you. Will leftists react with shame and remorse for their party's corruption? Sure. All the way to the bank. Exactly. Well, they will. Exactly. Nice. Amin Ra. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is Dow Futures. Wow. Jean-Louis, they don't care. They don't care. Dow Futures fall with rally at turning point. What to do? So, I don't know. Like, we could be seeing a correction and then a swing back up. Corporate profits are this week. Ben D, Florida Man Bear, Ian, everybody here, CMW. Corporate profits are this week. Okay? And if you go to Kiplinger, fantastic publication, Kiplinger magazine, I actually read the articles on that magazine, believe it or not just everything else. No. Kiplinger, if you go to, Kiplinger is awesome. Okay, Kiplinger.com is an awesome financial publication, and earnings calendar. You can go here. Just hit investing. Kiplinger's weekly earnings calendar. And if you read September 20th, 24th, Monday's earnings, Lennar. Then you have Tuesday's FedEx. Then you have throughout the week Adobe, Aurora, AutoZone, Cracker Barrel. Oh, I love Cracker Barrel. Named after me. Neogen. Then Wednesday, so Wednesday you have BlackBerry, General Mills, H.B. Fuller, KB Home, Steelcase. Thursday, Darden Restaurants. So you have about, if earnings better exceed, or even if they reach estimates, it's going to be a catastrophe. They better exceed estimates. And if they do, you'll probably see the stock market go up. But if anybody misses estimates, or there's a lot of misses, oh my God, you're going to see panic. But if they make or I mean, this isn't like, Testa, hello. This isn't like what does that even mean? M. Stokes! M. Stokes, thank you. M. Stokes, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you so very much, M. Stokes. Thank you so much. So, earnings, M. Stokes, and every. Thank you, M. Stokes. Thank you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day. Every single day, you'll have earnings. You'll have. This is a big week. A huge, huge, huge week. M. Stokes, everybody here. A huge week. And you have earnings this week. If the stock market's going to crash either next week, next month, in March of 2022, and it's going to be a catastrophe, but it could still go up. Like, the market could still go up. I think Bitcoin, and I say this with all due respect, I respect people who invest in cryptocurrencies. I respect the philosophy behind it. I really do. I want to be as respectful as possible, because I mean that, with the Bitcoin people and cryptocurrencies and young people, especially, who are idealistic and, they're right. Eventually, digital currencies will be the future. You have Facebook and Twitter trying to destroy Bitcoin, but also on Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of them, they're all tied to their future is the near future is tied to the stock market and the dollar, and the dollar has lost value. The stock market's going to lose tremendous amount of value. We have derivatives. We have billions upon billions of not hidden, but derivatives trades on margin and debt that hedge funds will not be able to pay. Where loans will not be able to, where hedge funds won't be able to pay back the loans given to them by banks. Banks will incur billions in losses. It's going to be an absolute catastrophe. But I mean, it can go on forever. I talk about that on the Stock Market Crash channel. But I say this with all due respect. I respect people who, I respect all the original Bitcoin people, and I follow a lot of these people on. I don't have Twitter, but I see what they say on Twitter, and they really, really, really believe that, the sky's the limit. They really, really believe that, M. Stokes, thank you. They really believe that the sky is the limit, that, Bitcoin and digital currencies are going to be the future. But if the corporate earnings this week, it's a huge week. That's what Kiplinger.com, fantastic. I think that the market is just going to do so bad that speculation in Bitcoin is going to, people will want, the price will decrease substantially. I think the Bitcoin price will crash also. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that stock market crash to happen. A lot of good people will lose a lot in retirement, and we've had enough trauma. We've had enough trauma for the past year. But, Democrats, with them at the helm, who knows? Democrats running things is like the Exxon Valdez captain and the Titanic captain at Hunter Biden's house, and then, giving them an oil tanker again. But I think it's going to be a catastrophe. But if earnings I don't know what earnings are going to I don't know if the earnings are going to be exceed estimates this week. They could. Which would only take the market to heights that will bring us closer to a crash. Or if they miss earnings, we could see the beginnings of a crash. The European stock markets have been doing very badly. China's market has been doing very badly. When do you think it's going to come to us? Okay. And then they'll blame Trump. Do you understand? They will blame Trump. They will blame Trump. They're going to blame Trump. Yes, Ian, they are. It is serious. Here, it's right here. Here's the link. Here's the link. A Biden administration could sidestep McConnell's refusal to pay by minting a $1 trillion coin. Here it is, Ian. I'm serious. Look, here's the link. Bill Clinton's face might be on it. You know what? I just want to thank everybody for putting me on the $1 trillion coin. And honestly, if you ask me, I should have been on the quadrillion dollar coin, but fine, I'll take it. I don't want to be ungrateful. But thank you so very much. Yeah, it's right there, Ian. I just sent the article. So, watch earnings this week, people. Watch earnings this week. I will be here with the Stock Market Crash channel. I have a special segment later tonight. And, yeah, it's right there, Ian. Yeah, it's serious. And it's all over the place, Ian. It's just type in $1 trillion coin. If you talk to one of your liberal friends, they'll be like, "Yeah, well, what's the problem?" No, they probably don't know either. People who voted for mashed potato brains, they've pretended now to not care about politics. So before they were like, it was suddenly like they went from not caring about politics to being a member of the McLaughlin group. Remember, like wrong answer. They like people you've known forever. They never cared about politics. Suddenly they were like, international relations scholar. Trump, never in history have we seen such a mean, spirited monster, a dilemma to humanity. Then mashed potato brains, they've reverted back to, what, $1 trillion coin? Well, whatever. I don't care anymore. At least we don't have Trump. The value, like I say, and in a couple minutes, thank you so very much. My goodness. I'm going to say that more often. So I'm about to leave. I'm leaving now. That means something. There could be ICBMs descending. God forbid. You could actually be watching them with your liberal friends and thinking about your life and the last seconds you have on this planet. As a person could take a giant dump on your car, as a giant boulder can descend upon your car, I don't even know everything else. And the last thing you'd hear from your liberal friend is, at least Trump's not in office. You know what? The end of my life could be peaceful and happy now, knowing Trump is never going to be back in office. That's it. They don't care. It's the only thing they care about. Stock market crash, dollar worth half of a Tic Tac. They don't care. They don't even care. Do you understand? It has nothing to do with reality. It's just they don't like them. And that's it. We had record low unemployment. So what? Well, we had a much better world with Trump. He reversed U.S. foreign policy, and all Biden had to do was begin the Doha Agreement in January. So what? He's the most corrupt president of all time. Well, then why wasn't he charged? That's coming. That's what they say. Well, why hasn't he been indicted? You just wait. You just wait. It'll happen. He's corrupt. He's a liar. He's mean. He's a narcissist. That's all I care about. So, God forbid, when the stock market does crash, and people lose retirement savings, layoffs, more layoffs, with jobless claims, this recovery is like the worst recovery of all time. The only thing propping it up is fake and phony GDP numbers predicated upon last year when Democrats thankfully saved us by preventing everybody from working, because they're very, very smart, and corporate profits. But the rhinos are the same, exactly. But they just won't care. They just won't care. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. Everybody here, Ben D, Florida Man Bear, Ian, CMW, thank you so very, very much. Thank you to my viewers in Korea. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks everybody. I'll see you at around 10:30 or so. Be here at around 10:30. Thanks everybody. Eric, thank you. Give a lot of love to Eric and Luke. Thanks, everybody. Aldo, thank you. I will see you all in a couple of hours, everybody. Have a great evening. To my super chat, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough, everyone. Thank you so very, very much. I can't do this without you. Ben D and everybody here, I can't do this without you. Ian, Florida Man Bear, CMW,